Heat pump, defrost board for heat pump in HVAC, residential HVAC, or heating and air conditioning industry. Question: one may hear certain lingo with technicians or just in passing when one mentions the word, certain words in the HVAC industry. And it's not a bad idea to familiarize yourself with the terminology so that one does not feel like the technician is speaking over their head. A lot of it can get complicated. A lot of it can be very simple. But if one learns the basics and the terminology, then it becomes more rudimentary as time goes on. So the HVAC industry, if you're dealing with certain parts, it's good to know and to acclimate yourself to certain uses in the industry. And one particular unit is maybe called the defrost board. This is a defrost board. There may be different manufacturers, a little bit different configurations. Essentially, they actually may have the same goal in mind, although they may be a little bit different, and I'm not certain exactly. But a defrost board. So this is a defrost board with a heat pump. So question is, would one find this on a gas furnace? Probably not, unless somehow they've got it configured where auxiliary heat goes into gas. I'm not certain on that, so I'm not in the know enough to elaborate on that. But this is a defrost board, which actually kicks on, turns the fan off, kicks it into defrost mode, and there's certain sequence of operations it goes through in order to melt the coils so your system can thaw out. If one has gone out in the middle of winter and walked outside and seen a big block of ice out there and they have a heat pump, that may be a telltale sign that you have something awry with either the defrost board or the thermostat, etc. It's not a 100%, but if you walk outside, one thing I encourage people not to do not try to take a pick and start picking and knocking the ice off. Allow the ice to thaw, cut the unit out, allow the ice to thaw out. And then sometimes if you throw it in fan mode, it may help it out a little bit, but it's good to thaw out. You do not want to bust the coils. If you bust the coils, then you have a major problem on your hands, and you've got major money on your hands when you call the technician to come repair your heat pump. But the defrost board. Okay, the question here is, where do I find the defrost board? Or where is the defrost board located? Generally speaking, the defrost board will be outside in the condenser. So now it's not visible until one takes the case off, until one takes the panel off. Once one removes the panel where the contactor and the thermostat wire, etc., comes into the unit, then this is visible. So the defrost board, again, generally speaking, generally speaking, is outside in the condenser. Can you see it with the naked eye? No, unless you take the panel off. Once the panel is removed, then you may be able to see it, get a flashlight. If you do not know what you're doing with these wires, do not get these wires all discombobulated. It may look like a rat's nest of wires in there, so if you're not familiar with it, call somebody perhaps that's knowledgeable, because you get these wires all on the wrong terminals and the system is just may not work properly. But that's my opinion. Again, my opinion. But anyway, the question here, where do I find the defrost board? Where is the defrost board located? Generally outside in the condenser. And if you have a split unit, you may see two copper lines. One of them may have insulation going to the unit. It may be there. So it would be ensconced in the panel, but there's a panel one has to remove, and the contactor and that sort of thing is in there. And that's where one would find, generally speaking, not 100% in my opinion, but generally speaking, this is where you would find the defrost board on a heat pump, not a gas furnace, on a heat pump, defrost board. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.